People are still dying. We still don't have health clinics out here. It's really heartbreaking. Our working community is suffering the most. So this one is a rectangle, but it's portrait. So we gotta turn it around and then put it in the box. I grew up right outside of Del Valle in what is known as Stony Point. So I've been around this area my whole life. I work full-time as a project manager for Advanced Micro Devices, and then I'm a mom of 3, and I'm a school board trustee, and I volunteer. When my kids started kindergarten, I was like, we're gonna buy a house, and it was too expensive to live in Austin, so we chose, Del Valle. I actually grew up very economically disadvantaged. We didn't have like running water or electricity, which we still have a lot of communities out in the Del Valle area that still live like that. The area is very neglected, just like it's been for forever. So nothing's really changed since then, except for we have more people, advocating for this area. I am the president of the Valle Community Coalition. We have actually been around for 11 years. The Valle community has been historically neglected, and one of the reasons we started the coalition was so that we can be a voice for the community.
It's just heartbreaking and frustrating that when we do all these things and there's no sense of urgency for us.
Once the pandemic hit, our primary goal was PPE and keeping the community safe and informed. No one was really doing anything to help our community. Like, we didn't have any COVID testing out here. We didn't have anyone passing out PPE. Well, I wasn't really surprised on the vaccine distribution rollout when the numbers came out and how, white affluent younger people were getting access to the vaccines before the elderly, before, people in phase B, with the critical health conditions. And we weren't surprised the majority of the people that did get access to it were west of 35.
That's why I'm glad that you guys decided to have this conversation with me so we could talk about, okay, what's done is done. Like, oh, you found this opportunity, you came up and you took initiative and you got it done. Great. But why wasn't that urgency, or why can't that urgency be applied to my community as well? So we check them in over there, they'll come over here, they'll get one more check-in. If they don't have an ID, that's fine, they'll do it manually. A lot of people say, oh, it's hesitancy, communities of color, they don't want to get vaccinated. That's not the case. We don't have clinics, so that's a big reason. We had no providers in the first 7-8 weeks. It was technology proficiency that just wasn't in our community. It was lack of transportation. And then there was the language barriers as well. Our local government did a really bad job of providing culturally competent type material for the communities of color. And so that's why I get really frustrated and I really get passionate about the advocacy, because it's not new. And the people who've been elected for decades know about these issues. The community knows about the issues. And yet when it comes to our community, it's always an excuse of why they can't. And never, what can I do to make it happen? You guys don't know how much the community appreciates these local community pop-up sites, and they could just walk over, they're right down the street. Thanks to Councilwoman Fuentes, Walgreens was like, hey, we want to do pop-up clinics in your community. We just need a location and we need people to come. Can you do everything else? And we were like, yes, we have been ready forever. We had a lot of turnout. We actually registered folks 3 ways. We did block walking. We did a registration via one of our PPE water food drives, and we also registered some online. We really did that boots on the ground type of, this is how you're supposed to do it and get people to come and get vaccinated within these communities that are hard to reach. We take on a lot, and we're able to get through a lot of things with least amount of resources, which is great, but it's also unfortunate that we have to live like this. In this day and age, and outside the city of Austin, one of the most progressive cities in the country, nation, or whatever, there should not be children that are suffering or living the way I lived 20 years ago.
for me, it's very personal. I don't want any child to be like how I used to be. I used to be that girl, right? It's unacceptable to me. And so that's why I continue to drive and continue to do what I do, because I don't want anyone to live like that.